GT Class 4 Finale, Round 1. Hello there everybody and welcome to OpenFed Gaming. You're listening to the OpenFed. We are driving a Nissan 350Z and we're driving it in a GT Class 4 Finale event in the first round. Now we're driving the streets of San Francisco, USA on the Grand Prix circuit. We're doing 3 laps and we're driving during the day with clear skies. Although it does look a little hazy out there, I've got a few clouds. We started 11th of 22 and we dropped a couple places to 13th. But that's okay, it's not a big deal. These 3 laps are fairly lengthy and they're going to take a little while to do. So it's good to take a little bit of stock of the race that we're driving in. Let's see how wild and chaotic these guys are going to get, because after all, this is Grid Legends that we're driving. And we all know that in Grid Legends, they like to bump and rub a little bit, and even some of them get a little wilder while they try and drive you right off the road. The other thing that we got to watch out for, obviously, is if somebody spins out or hits a wall or hits another car, and they spin out and they sometimes take out cars behind them. Now here is that wonderful roller coaster rip uphill. I just love this race. This track is just fantastic. Look, are we even catching some air there? Absolutely the coolest, one of the coolest races in Grid Legends, I believe. Now, as we're coming to the top, you don't want to get too wild, because we know we got to turn and then we got to go across and then we got to rip back down again. So we're not too worried, like I said before, about our position at the moment, because we got to do 2 more laps and we're in 10th, so we're looking pretty good. Now we got to come and rip back down, and each little bump, I'm sure we're going to catch a little bit of air on them too. Like right here. Oh, that is just awesome. But the one thing you got to watch out for in this particular race is at the bottom here, it's a fairly decent turn to the right. Oh, he took himself out. Oh, you see that yellow car? He couldn't make the turn because he was coming down so fast. Even a slight bend in the road is hard to take, as you will see later on in the race. As we're coming along here, this straight stretch is perfect for passing somebody if you could catch up to them, because they all go pretty fast. So trying to pass them in that last section is not a good strategy. Now we're finishing our first lap here and we're in 8th, so we're sitting pretty good. We only got 7 cars to pass, and we know we've got the roller coaster hill up and down, which is a good place to pass cars. So that's the strategy. If we cannot get them here, stay behind them, catch up to the pack, stay with the group of guys if you can't get by them, and wait for the opportunity, like that roller coaster hill. I love calling it roller coaster hill because they have one like that in my hometown where I grew up. And we used to rip that road back and forth. Unfortunately, I only had a little 64 Volkswagen and it didn't go that fast, so catching air with that was out of the question. But it did kind of move your stomach up and down into your throat at times. Especially if you got to the end, which was a T where I lived, and a cherry orchard at the end of it. Needless to say, a few of us landed there. I never did, thankfully. I was always smart enough, or scared enough, I guess, to slow down as I got near the end. So here we're coming back up on that roller coaster rip, and we're going to see if we can pass a few more cars. You always want to let up a little bit when you get near the top. The same thing when you're coming down, let up a little bit when you get down near the bottom, because you got to make turns, and if you're going at this speed, you can't make those turns. So if you come around this corner and you go a little bit slower and you feel better about it, then a car passes you or 2 pass you, don't worry about it, because we can get them on the way back down again. There's a turn here in a little bit. We go back down the roller coaster hill as we catch air on every little bump. This is just absolutely fantastic. I think the graphics are great in this particular race. I love driving through the streets of the cities, Moscow, Paris, Dubai, and San Francisco. This is one of my favorites. See this turn here? Whoa, well, we were going slow enough. We backed her off just enough, but The Opafed doesn't always take his own advice at times, which is unfortunate. Like I said, this straight stretch is really hard to catch up to anybody, and if you do catch up to him, you don't have much of a chance to pass him. So we got to be in front on the next lap on that straight stretch, or we're going to lose the race. Just remember that. We got to keep that in mind. We got one lap left to go, and track is running out fast, because it does seem like these laps take a little while, but boy, I tell you, they sure seem to shoot away on us. We got 3 cars in front of us. Valentin Manzi, our driving partner, who we just passed, and then these 2 guys here. And they're not going to pose too much of a problem, because I think we're going to pass them on the roller coaster hill. That would probably be our best opportunity, either up or going down. But once we get the bottom of that roller coaster hill, we've got to be in front. We have to. So let's catch up to this last guy. Let's get up close behind him, and then when we turn to go up the hill, we can just zip by him rather than having to catch him first again. You want to take the parts where you can't pass. Those are the areas that you want to use to try and catch up to the guy in front of you. Now, like I was saying, this is one of my favorite cities to drive through, and the graphics in this is absolutely awesome. Now, I was going to go behind him. No, I still am. I'm going to go behind him and let him go first through the corner. I don't want to scream up to the corner and not be able to take it. So I just waited and let him go first. And I'll just stick with him. And as soon as we get around the corner to go down the hill, that's when we're going to pass him and take him out. Because this is our last opportunity right here. And we got a few jumps. Absolutely awesome. See that? You catch a little bit of air and she slams back down. What a great race. This car is just perfect for this race. But as you can see here, whoa, we almost did not make that corner. I forgot to slow down right near the bottom. But we made it all right. We made it out, and we're heading for the checkered flag. We're gonna win this race. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you back here again real soon. You've been racing with the Opafed.